Alex Miller, the race director for SVRA, and we want to welcome you to WeatherTech Laguna Seca. Thanks for choosing to race with us. This is your only drivers meeting for the weekend. This video will replay at the SVRA trailer all day Thursday and Friday for your review. Please share this information with your crew. Load-in procedures. Enter the track property from the south boundary road only. Continue past Barlow Canyon Road and follow on the perimeter road. Depending on your arrival time, you'll be directed to the lake bed area. Turn into the paved area and get in line there. Pull forward and stop. If you arrive after 9 a.m., we'll begin moving the stage teams and the new arrivals onto the perimeter road. You'll proceed around to the main paddock entrance, where you'll need to sign a track waiver and get your temp checked and receive a paper load-in only wristband. You'll then be escorted into your paddock and directed to your paddock location by our parkers. Once parked, proceed to the smaller garage area, numbers 21 through 24, where registration will be open for you to register. Your load-in only wristband will not get you back into the track on Thursday. You must register on Wednesday. Now, here are some things you need to know. First, be sure you're following the schedule you got at registration. Things do tend to change, and we want to make sure you don't stay on time. You do not need to go through tech for track testing on Thursday. However, you will need to go through tech sometime Thursday to get out on the track on Friday. This race will have roving tech through the paddock to inspect your car. Just place your helmet on the roof or on the front cowling. This signifies that you're ready for inspection. Get your gear out and your logbook there and ready, and bodywork removed if necessary. Have your medical and your registration filled out and ready to hand over. You'll need to get your tech done before you run on Friday, excuse me. Everybody should have wristbands. You won't get out on track without the registration wristband as a driver. The morning sessions are for practice only. Please, no racing. Be respectful of all the drivers who are trying to learn the way around. Use this time to sort out the car and yourself. On your out lap, there will be a double yellow flags. Please take the time to look for these flag stations. They're your information hotline. We don't want any excuses for anybody missing any yellows. Black flag station is at turn 7. Full black means we're watching what you did for an infraction. A waving black means come into the pit lane, black flag station for consultation. During testing and practice, you'll see a checkered flag at start finish and at station 7. When you see it come in, we'll be using the turn 11 entrance. Do not blow the checker flag. If you stay out an extra lap all by yourself, you're wasting time in the next group's time. You'll sit out the first lap of the next session or lose your fast qualifying lap if you do. On cool down lap, please drive at 2/3 of race speed. We need to get the next session started as soon as possible. Red flag means the session is stopped. Proceed to the next corner at reduced speed and stop and wait for instruction. We'll either go full course yellow and the pace car will pick you up as the leader by the leader, and we can get back to a single file restart. Please keep the pace up, packed up quickly so we can restart. If you go full black session, you must return to the paddock. Yellow flag means reduced speed now, no passing. You may race up to that flag station, but no further. If you pass under a yellow, you'll be shown the black flag and you must come into the pit lane for a session or a race, in a race for a stop and go penalty. If you choose to ignore the black flag, you'll stop being scored. If you give the position back within the lap, you'll not be penalized. Just remember to always follow the pace car when the lights are on. That pace car may take an alternate course at times to avoid an incident on the track, but always follow the pace car wherever it goes. Please remember that. And if you do have an incident on track and you stop on track, please make sure you remain in the car unless the car is on fire. Do not get out of the car for any reason, please. Stay in the car. The pit lane speed there is 35 miles an hour. Paddock speed is walking. And again, please respect the fire lanes. If you go 4 wheels off during a test or practice and qualifying sessions, but not on the race, you'll be expected to come into the paddock for a quick safety check. If your car is fine, you'll be immediately released back into the session. Jumping the start will get you a stop and go penalty. On the pace lap, please catch up to the pack for a clean field restart on restarts. Blend line on pit exit. Keep the white line on your right. Pit lane speed is 35 miles an hour. Crossing over it, we get black flagged for stop and go penalty at any time during the race weekend. Race speed will become you at traffic, so please observe that. Oiling is our favorite subject, and most of the time consuming the major loss of time for our race weekends. We'll be using the meatball flag or the "You are oiling" sign to stop you from spraying oil and dumping it out on the race line. When you see that flag or sign, pull off into an FIA orange barrier safety zone immediately. Do not drive all the way around. It's a real time killer taking away from you and your fellow competitors. Cleaning up the mess can take a long time. We just had a situation in Atlanta where it took us 2 hours and 35 minutes to clean up a track and for an oiling situation, and it really hurt our day. Over aggressive driving. I'm going to be enforcing the Vintage Motorsports Council etiquette rules for this event. This is supposed to be fun vintage racing. It's not a contact sport. No one remembers who won the race, only who wrecked someone else's car. So let's be careful about over aggressive driving. Think about that slingshot dive bomb move and be sure you get the pass done. All the video I've seen almost always shows the overtaking car is at fault. Time your passes correctly or wait for a better corner. If a metal-to-metal results in a poor decision with an avoidable contact incident, in practice, you'll lose your next session. In qualifying, you'll lose the 2 fastest laps. In the race you risk being disqualified. Qualifying, how do we do that? Your best time from both qualifying sessions grids you for future race 1. Your finish position from race 1 grids you for future race 2. Sunoco fuel will be available in the paddock between turns 10 and 11. No running of engines between 6 p.m. and 7 a.m. That's a county mandate. You know how the county is around here, so let's be careful of that. Each competitor must have a 10-pound fire bottle in the paddock by county mandate as well. Transponders are for rent and available as tech if yours fails. Overnight camping and coaches is permitted all weekend in the paddock, but must be all out by noon on Monday. So you got to clear out. You can stay Sunday night, but you got to be out by noon on Monday. No pets will be allowed at Laguna Seca for race weekend. Separate enduro meeting will be held Friday at lunchtime in the Newman building. Let's all have a safe and happy race. And thank you for listening.